to the IDSF International Open Latin Competition. I'm Andrius here at the Hyatt Regency in Vancouver with 13-time U.S. dance sport champion Gary McDonald. Now, Gary, the dance floor looks pretty empty right now, but shortly it's going to be filled up with competitors from all around the world. Tell me who we're going to see here tonight.
Well, Thea, nearly 40 couples from all around the world are here to compete tonight at this very, very prestigious competition. Now, what makes this very exciting is that Franco, Formica, and Oksana Nikiforova of Germany, the current world IDSF champions, are among the couples hoping to take home this title tonight.
Well, right now there's a lot of action backstage and a lot of tension too. Everyone's waiting to see who goes forward to the semifinals in Latin.
That's right, Thea. One thing we have to remember is that these couples have been dancing strong since 1:30 this afternoon. So far it's been 8 hours of non-stop action.
Well, you can really see them gearing up for this final part of the competition. You know, everything about the Latin dances is hot and sexy, and these guys, they leave it all on the dance floor when they get out there.
They certainly do. And when they're backstage, they're all friends and they have a great camaraderie together. But as soon as they get on that dance floor, their true competitive edge comes out.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fight to the finish. Let's take a look at the 12 couples that have made it to the semifinals.
In our semifinal, two of the strongest couples, first of all from Germany, Franco and Oksana, also our Slovenians, Misa and Anastazija. The good news is they're joined by 4 Canadians and the Americans, Dan and Giselle.
Let's take a look now at some of the highlights from the semifinals.
First dance, second heat, samba.
And no better way to start this samba. None other than our world champions, Franco Formica and Oksana Nikiforova, all the way from Germany.
Franco is German, but Oksana is actually from Russia.
That's right, they are a mixed partnership. Seeing nice samba rolls, great body connection.
Gary, would you say this is the couple to beat tonight?
Franco and Oksana are hands down, no doubt about it, definitely the couple to beat this evening. They're just oozing confidence.
And here's our Austrians, Florian Gescheiter and Manuela Stockel.
That's right, another couple that traveled far to be here tonight. If I had one criticism of this couple, it looks like they're thinking about it a little too much rather than just letting their bodies go and dancing it. Here we see them side by side, not very well matched. Florian a little bit ahead of his partner. That could cost him for the final round.
And moving over to our Canadians from Vancouver, Dmitry llyushenov and Katerina Virshilas.
Dmitry and Katerina dancing very well tonight in front of their home audience. Very exciting samba.
Couples, your cha-cha-cha.
Now we're taking a look at Heat 1 of the Cha-Cha-Cha. Some of the couples have stayed on the dance floor from the samba, others have switched. Why is that, Gary?
Well, every time we see 6 couples on the floor, it's going to be a different 6, because this is a comparison sport and we want to get to see everybody.
Well, let's take a look first at our Lithuanians.
Andrius and Egle, I tell you, I love this couple. I think they're definitely going to be second place tonight. Very rhythmical, very energetic, very connected, and technically excellent.
They're really capturing the flirtiness of this dance, too, which is important in the Cha-Cha-Cha.
Yeah, Cha-Cha is a cheeky little dance with fast foot action.
And complicated choreography.
Show nice little shimmies. Great energy. I love them. And our Slovenians, Misa, Cigoj and Anastazija Novojilova. Another couple that could easily be in the top 3 tonight.
Speaking of flirty,
they have a great naturalness about them.
They do. They're great performers, this couple.
What number?
They really know how to work the crowd, and as you can hear the MC asking everyone to call out for their favorites, this is a real spectator sport. People are encouraged to participate.
Definitely, and the couples love to hear their number called. It's just one thing that keeps them going when they start getting tired. It's a great feeling as a competitor.
Couples, your paso doble.
We're going to take a look now at Heat 2 of the Paso Doble, starting with our Canadians.
That's right, here we see Dmitry, Llyushenov, and Katerina Virshilas. Very well matched, good connection.
This is one of my favorite dances, Gary. It's the Spanish dance that's actually French.
That's right, Paso Doble started back in the days of the French infantry. Men actually used to dance this together, Paso Doble meaning two-step. It's a dance of the bullfight, the matador in his cape, the lady obviously being the cape.
And it's very difficult to learn because it has such complex patterns.
It does, and speaking of complex patterns, here we have our Austrians, Florian and Manuela, dancing very good side-by-side action once again. I'd like to see Florian relax his shoulders a little bit. It looks a little tight through the upper body. And a little more energy from Manuela.
Seeing a pause in the music there. Is this the only dance where they know what music they're going to get in advance?
While they know exactly what type of music they're going to get, they know they're going to have those breaks in the music where they can hit a pose. And 98% of the time, it's this song, which is Spanish Gypsy Dance. Our world champions, Franco and Oksana, once again. Good, clean movement. Very clear what they're trying to show us. Great spins. Such confidence. Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to take a look at Heat 1 of the Jive, and this is really just a stamina test, and I think it's kind of funny that they put it at the end. That must really test the couples.
Jive's the fifth dance. I think they do it just to mess with the couples. If you don't have any energy by this dance, then you're truly out of luck. Because this is by far the most strenuous of all of the 5 land dances. And now we see Akihiro Takahashi and Yoshiko Kido, all the way from Japan.
The dirty boogie, the dirty boogie. When I get low down, it's the dirty
The Japanese
boogie
couple
for
is looking
me.
a little bit tired tonight, Gary.
Yeah, they look a little tired. Also a little stiff through the legs, a little bit tight.
What's it called?
And Marek, Fiksa and Blanka Winarska from Poland.
How it go? The dirty boogie. Not too slow. When I
And
get
our
low
Dutch
down,
couple, Aerien
it's the
Mooiweer
dirty
and Monique
boogie for
Broekmeulen.
me.
Very international competition, Thea.
And here we have our Polish couple. And Blanka's wearing the skirt that you were commenting earlier that you particularly like.
Yeah, just that fringe dress has a lot of movement. I like it when the girl stops and that dress keeps going.
Keeps wrapping around those long legs.
Yeah, it shows a lot of motion. Well, very exciting jive. The judges definitely have their work cut out for them, choosing 6 couples for this final round.
Well, Gary, it's heating up backstage as the couples wait to see if they've made it to the finals.
We don't know so much about our chances, but we danced well and we're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's some good couples out there, so chances aren't too big, but we'll take it if we're in.
I think we are at that border, but we could be lost in the semi-final, and we could be in the final. It's what the judges liked.
When we come back, we'll see who the judges picked.
The marks are very close. The judges have recalled 7 finalists. They are Franco and Oksana from Germany, Misa and Anastazija from Slovenia, from Lithuania, Andrius and Egle, Dan and Giselle from the US, Aerien and Monique from the Netherlands, Canada's own Dmitry and Katerina, and finally Marek and Blanka from Poland. And disappointment written all over the faces of our Austrians, Florian and Manuela. But I, like the judges, didn't feel they did enough tonight, along with their Japanese counterparts.
I have no idea you went to the washroom. Oh, there you go.
And now we have a very happy Canadian couple. He was actually in the bathroom when the results were posted, so his partner, Katie, tells him the news, gives him a hug.
And news of finalists, not much of a shock to Anastazija and Misa of Slovenia.
Well, we never think about winning. We never think about results. So
For us, yes.
winning is winning the crowd, winning the people.
And kicking off our solo presentation, our Slovenians, Misa Cigoj and Anastazija Novojilova.
Getting a warm reception from the crowd, and like we just heard them say, you know, they really focus on the crowd at these events. They say they're not here to compete, they're here to win the crowd.
And there's something great about traveling halfway across the world and getting thousands of people you don't even know yelling and screaming your number and really enjoying your performance, which is what's happening right now.
And as well as that crowd appreciation, they do place. They were third last year.
Anastazija shaking her booty. And Misa's got some excellent leg action. Nice speed through both of their footwork. They have great charisma as a couple. Really fun to watch. And he's completely focused on his partner. Excellent.
And now we see our Polish couple headed to the floor. This is Marek Fiksa and Blanka Winiarska.
And she's a little hottie.
Wearing the dress that you admire so much, Gary. This couple have been dancing together for 12 years. She says her mom got her into it. She didn't really want to go to dancing school, but when she went, she loved it. She's been dancing ever since.
Nice split line, good leg action from both of these dancers.
Really great rhythm from this couple.
That's right, dancing a series of promenade runs, a basic element in the samba. Great swiveling action, good use of their center. Dancing voltas, another basic element. Showing lots of rhythm, well done. And a little spin at the end, exactly. Franco and Oksana definitely relaxed backstage, not really feeling challenged by the couples around them.
A challenge is always to compete with yourself. This is the biggest challenge. I think to be better than before, every time.
Well, Gary, they know from whence they speak. This is the reigning world championship couple. And they are the favorite tonight.
That's right, we're looking at the best couple in the world, ladies and gentlemen. This is as good as it gets.
Why are they so superior? Why do they manage to dominate this competition?
Several reasons, Thea. Let's start from the ground up. First of all, great leg and foot action. Very strong lines through the lower part of their body. They've got great rhythm through their center. Here we see great hand connection. Good use of leading and following. And plus, they have the confidence of being world champions, so their presentation is like no other couple.
And I have to say that on top of being the best looking couple on the dance floor, I think she also has the greatest costumes.
Great audience, already also yesterday. It doesn't feel like a dance hall, it feels more like a stadium. Huge, a lot of people, and it's really nice. The atmosphere is great.
Very energetic. A lot of energy we get.
And Canada's own Dmitry llyushenov and Katerina Virshilas.
Gary, this couple hasn't been dancing together very long. They actually met in August 2001. Do you think that's a disadvantage when they compete against couples that have been together for an extended period of time?
Well, you can look at it two ways. It is a disadvantage because they haven't been together so long, but they also feel fresh. They've got something new. It's exciting for them as a partnership. Dancing shadow samba rolls. Shadow meaning the man is shadowed behind the lady. Very well connected.
Do the couples change their technique when they dance individually from the group dances?
Not really change their technique. They have a little more freedom on the floor because they don't have to maneuver around 5 or 6 other couples that are dancing around them. So they can perform a little bit more freely. A little extra at the end from Katie. Very well done.
How's that feel?
Great.
Amazing. Like, it's my ever first final in a snowball.
Yeah, it was last snowball. And somebody said, next time you're going to be in the final. Somebody said from audience.
Yeah.
So it's like...
It's amazing. The audience, it's like ecstasy dancing there.
Coming up, more samba after the break.
And now our samba solos continue, representing Lithuania, Andrius Kandelis and Egle Visockaite.
Gary, this couple is extremely competitive. A lot of the couples who come here say, you know, we're just here to have fun, we're just here to win the crowd. But this couple says, we're here to compete and we're here to win.
Well, my theory is that everyone's here to compete and everyone's here to win. And the couples that say that, you know, they're here just for the crowd, if they had a bad result, they'd really be upset about it. And if I was judging, I would have them a very strong second place behind our world champions.
Are the judges looking for something different in this solo competition than in the group dances?
Not exactly, but the solo competition gives the judges plenty of time to look at the couple without having to share their attention with other couples on the floor.
And here they are backstage. And boy, he sure worked up a sweat. He's going to get a chance now to cool off as we head back to the dance floor and look at our Dutch couple, Aerien Mooiweer and Monique Broekmeulen.
Aerien was saying earlier how they could finish anywhere from the back of the semi-final to maybe making this final, so I'm sure they're delighted to be in this final tonight. It's a great result for them, showing bachata action. The step came from Brazil, as does this dance. Brazil has a very happy feeling to it. It's a dance of the carnival. I'd like to see Aerien just focus a little bit more on his partner. Sometimes I think he gets too carried away with himself and with the audience rather than focusing on her as we see here.
It is a little bit loose.
Actually, his head position right now in these rolls is a little bit too loose too. I'd like to see it just a little bit more together with her. But nonetheless, I'm sure happy to be in this final.
Backstage, we see our American couple getting warmed up.
We have some new stuff, so we just kind of want to get it going right, and we just kind of focus on ourselves at the moment.
Yeah, we just try to dance our best, and wherever we place, we place.
Well, Gary, that's a very sportsmanlike attitude from our American couple, Dan Kitsis and Giselle Peacock.
That's right, Dan and Giselle dancing for the USA. One of this couple's attributes are their speed. They're very, very fast. And in contrast, they know how to slow down and milk the music out. It makes them very entertaining to watch. Showing a nice body roll.
Interesting, she's chosen a costume that shows very little skin, which is atypical of the costumes in the Latin dance category.
That's true, she is very covered up. A very classy performance who represent America very well.
Now we're going to see all the couples head to the floor for one last samba. Gary, why is it important for the judges to see them dance again as a group after they've seen the individual performances?
Well, dance sport is judged as a comparison sport. Unlike figure skating, where each couple gets an individual mark, it's very important that now we see all the couples on the floor at one time so that we can evaluate them and compare them directly. Excellent floor craft from all of our finalists. No collisions, very well done.
Stay tuned for the cha-cha-cha and more. Welcome back to the IDSF Latin Championships.
The standings after samba. The Germans are in front, followed by Lithuania and Slovenia. The United States leads the rest of the pack in this 7-couple final.
What we're going to see now is a series of group dances, starting with the cha-cha. This dance is an offshoot of the mambo and the rumba. Gary, what are the judges looking for here?
Well, the judges are looking for a great connection with the couple, technique, which involves proper footwork and leg lines, leg action. They're also looking for a certain performance quality from the couple and good chemistry and interaction between the pair.
Synchronization is also very important, isn't it?
Especially in this side-by-side action here, Misa and Anastazija we're doing. And our Dutch couple, Aerien and Monique.
Now that we see these couples head to the floor in a group, are they thinking a lot about their position on the floor? Are they trying to go near to the judges, farther away?
Well, they're trying to get space so that they can dance their routine without getting interrupted by the other couples. Cha-cha, rumba, and jive don't move too much around the floor, but samba and paso doble do full rotations around the floor counterclockwise, so it's a little different in every dance. Here we see our Lithuanians with plenty of space on the floor. And Misa and Anastazija having some fun.
Our couples wrap up the cha-cha-cha.
The crowd obviously enjoying it as we go into the next dance, the romantic rumba. This is the third dance in the Latin American section. And it's a great change of pace for the couples because as you see, it's much slower.
Lots of emotion in this dance. It's really supposed to represent a sensual love dance.
That's right, rumba, the dance of love. Yes, also with slower music, the couples have more time in some of their tricks and leg lines. Here we see our Lithuanians again, followed by our couple from Poland.
This is the Latin dance with the most freedom of expression, is it not?
Yeah, I would say expression between the couple, definitely, because we're trying to show romance, love, true inner feelings. And you really have the time to soak up that chemistry.
Si no me hicieran falta tus besos, me tratarías mejor que a un perro. Piensa que es libre.
Our Canadians dancing very well.
Gary, does having that nice slow rumba after the quick cha-cha-cha give them a chance to catch their breath before the next dance?
Well, it's a great change of pace for the couples.
And a bit of a breather before the Paso Doble, I imagine.
Definitely, change of contrast again here in Paso Doble. The men are very focused. Misha already started with very strong movements. And
very intense facial expressions.
The men are thinking bullfight, big time. Starting again with Misha and Anastazija. Completely determined, very focused. Dancing like that, they should definitely be in the top 3 this evening. And we see our Polish couple, Marek and Blanka, with not as much energy as the Slovenians. Looking a little too subdued in my opinion. Again, we see excellent use of space from all of these couples, making sure they don't get into any collisions with any of their counterparts. Our Lithuanian couple still going strong. Dan and Giselle starting to look a little tired by this point. Need to pick up the pace just a little bit. Hopefully they've got some left for jive.
Maybe that's what they're saving it for.
Maybe.
Nice job.
Very nice Paso Doble.
The competition heats up. Jive solos next.
We're back with the IDSF Latin Championships.
And who better to introduce the jive than our American couple, dancing this very American dance, of course, Dan Kitsis and Giselle Peacock.
Hey, bartender.
All right, off to a flying start.
Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up. Give me straight what you got.
Dan and Giselle matching very well right now. Nice light kicking action side by side.
This is a very strong dance for this couple. Maybe one of their best.
Very true. I would say this is probably their best dance.
I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up. Hey, my baby don't love me. Hey, don't you see? Same old change is okay by me. Don't mix it up. Give me straight what you got. I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up.
Well, they did San Francisco proud.
Dan Kitsis and Giselle Peacock from the United States.
Our next couple from Holland, Aerien Mooiweer and Monique Broekmeulen. Aerien looks ready to go, lots of shimmies.
Hey, bartender, I got a love, it's not what it seems. Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up, give me straight what you got. I don't want it on the rocks, I want my love straight
It
up.
almost seems like there's no rules in this dance, Gary. They're just out there enjoying themselves. Of course, there is a lot of technique involved.
There is technique, but it is a much more carefree dance.
Give me straight what you got. I don't want it on the rocks, I want my love straight up. Hey, my baby don't love me, hey, don't you see?
It'll be interesting to see as we watch these couples if we see signs of that tiredness since we're at the end of the competition.
That's correct, and after these couples dance their solo, they still have to do it all again in group format, so that's going to be the real tester. Well done from our Dutch pair. One of my favorites, the Lithuanians, Andrius Kandelis and Egle Visockaite.
Hey, bartender, I got a love, it's not what it seems. Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up.
Dancing very nice pivots.
You know, they just look a half a step faster than everybody else, don't they?
Well, my baby don't love me, hey, don't you see?
They have a very light action and rhythm as we see there through their centers.
Don't mix it up, give me straight what you got. I don't want it on
The key here is for the couple to be able to enjoy the dance so much that the crowd can feel that energy from them. And like we talked about before, at the same time display correct technique and lots of stamina. A little sailor shuffle action there. Very, very nice.
Beautiful job by our Lithuanians. Let's see if the Canadians can match it.
That's right, Canada's own Dmitry llyushenov and Katerina Virshilas. A little playful with one another now. Very nice.
Hey, bartender.
I'd like to see Katerina with a little more looseness through her back and neck area. Sometimes looks a little bit tight through her shoulders.
She's showing a bit of the British influence, I think. This, of course, is an American dance, but it was tamed by the British in the 40s and 50s.
Well, my baby don't love me, hey, don't you see? Straight and no chances, all right by me. Don't mix it up, give me straight what you got. I don't want it on the rocks, I want my love straight up.
This couple have got very nice leg speed. I'd like to see a little more hip action. Could be a little more rhythmical. But you know what? They're in the final and they're doing a great job. Well done.
The Canadians playing to their hometown crowd.
I was crying even, you know. I didn't know they got final. I didn't know.
Yeah,
for me, it was like, you know, miracle. I didn't know that.
Not a miracle, a surprise.
That's good.
More jive coming up. Welcome back to the IDSF Latin Championship, and we're watching the jive solos. Here's our couple from Germany.
Franco, Formica, and Oksana Nikiforova. Oksana very much into it already.
Hey, bartender, I got a love, it's not what it seems. Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up, give me straight what you got.
Oh, what control this couple show.
I don't want it on the rocks, I want
As we've said many times, this is the couple to beat tonight, and watching them in the jive, you see why.
Don't you see? Straight and no chances, all right by me. Don't mix it up, give me straight what you got.
Their action is so light. They make it all look so easy. And after a long trip from Germany, stamina is definitely not a factor for this pair.
I don't want it on the rocks.
crowd agree. From Poland, Marek, Fiksa, and Blanka Winiarska.
Hey, bartender, I got a love. It's not what it seems. Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up. Give me straight what you got.
Marek a little off on those turns, losing balance right at the end. But he did do about 6 of them.
Well, my baby don't love me. Hey, don't you see? Straight no chances, all right by me.
These couples must be so tired by this point, Gary.
Oh, it's been a long day. Between the afternoon rounds and then more rounds in the evening.
How important is it to pace yourself? You must be very careful.
Yeah, well, it's also, you got to be careful that you don't pace yourself too much, because if you take it easy in the semifinal, you might not make the final. So you try to give it 100% all the time and just hope you've got gas left in the tank for the jive.
I guess we'll see in the final group dance. But we've got one more couple to see before that. Our couple from Slovenia.
Misa Cigoj and Anastazija Novojilova. Oh, a little Russian dance at the beginning to get that crowd.
You know, Gary, I've got to reveal my preference. I just love this couple. I think they're great. I'm rooting for them tonight. I think they've got a lot of heart.
They definitely do. You can see them having fun as they dance, and that's one of the main things that is really enjoyable to see.
Interesting with this couple, too. You really look at him as much as you look at her.
Misa is a very strong male dancer.
I don't want it on the rocks, I want my love straight up. Hey, my baby don't love me. Hey, don't you see? Same old change is okay by me. Don't mix it up. Get a smell that you got. I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up.
You can tell they love it.
Oh, so great, so expressive. And that was it for our jive solos. Now we're going to take a look again at all the dancers coming back to do one final jive in a group.
That's right, one last time to hit it out, give it everything you have, and hope the judges like it.
Hey, bartender, I got a love. It's not what it seems. Pour me a drink if you know what I mean. Don't mix it up. Give me straight what you got. I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up. Well, my baby don't love me. Hey,
oh, a little misconnection from our Dutch couple there. Now they're back on track.
I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up. Hey, my baby don't love me. Hey, don't you see? Same old change is okay.
Our Lithuanians still going strong, dancing very good pivots.
I don't want it on the rocks. I want my love straight up.
And the jive. What a competition.
You know, it's such a treat for this Canadian audience to see this caliber of competitors.
And they love it so much, they're getting a standing O.
All these dancers should be just thrilled with themselves tonight. They all did a great job. Well, these couples have done all they can. It's up to the judges now. When we come back, this year's winners. Welcome back. Here are the final results.
In 7th place, from Poland, Marek Fiksa and Blanka Winiarska.
Our Polish couple, I thought, could have placed maybe a little bit higher.
In 6th place, from Canada, Dmitry llyushenov and Katia Virshilas.
Dmitry and Katie very happy to be in their first snowball final ever.
In 5th place, from the Netherlands, Aerien Mooiweer and Monique Broekmeulen.
And this couple a little fortunate to be placed so high. This would have been my 7th place.
In 4th place, from the United States, Kitsis and Giselle Peacock.
And a great result for the American representatives, Dan and Giselle.
In third place from Lithuania, Andrius Kandelis and Egle Visockaite.
Wow, now the Lithuanian couple I would have had second, but that's why there's 7 judges.
In second place and runners-up, ladies and gentlemen, from Slovenia, Misa Cigoj and Anastazija Novojilova.
Franco's putting on a good show, acting surprised. A great result for the Slovenians. They should be very happy with that second place.
And they are gracious runners-up.
And of course that means, ladies and gentlemen, the winners are from Germany. Please welcome Franco Formica and Oksana Nikiforova.
There's nothing like the feeling of winning a big competition. They look like they're just soaking it in. Canada loves them. Listen to that. Easy winners, in my opinion. Well done to both Franco and Oksana.
Here's another look at the final standings.
No surprises on the winners, and I'm sure the Slovenians are happy with the second place.
For Gary McDonald, I'm Thea Andrews. Thanks for joining us. Now, before we go, one last look at Franco Formica and Oksana Nikiforova as they take their honor dance.
And that dance is the very beautiful rumba.
Porque te quiero, será que tengo alma de bolero. Tú siempre buscas lo que no tengo, te busco en todo si no te encuentro, y digo tu nombre cuando no debo. No sé por qué te quiero. Si voy a tientas, tú vas sin freno. Te me apareces en los espejos como una sombra de cuerpo entero. Yo me pellizco y no me lo creo.
Si no me hicieran falta tus besos, me tratarías mejor que a un perro. Piensa que es libre porque anda suelto mientras arrastra la soga al cuello.
Veré cómo te quiero, no va a caber en ningún bolero. Te me desbordas dentro del pecho, me robas tantas horas de sueño, me miento tanto que me lo creo.
Tus besos me tratarías mejor.